This technique tip is on tendus. Battement tendu. Tendu means to stretch, and we're actually stretching the feet. So it's a little bit of footwork. In a bar class, a tendu is usually combined with other movements, but you can do it as an exercise in and of its own right to strengthen the feet. So I'll take it from a first position, although it can be done in parallel or from any position. So let's start in first position where the heels are together and the toes are apart. So you're externally rotating the leg from that hip socket, giving it a little bit of wrap to those butt muscles, to those gluteal region. So outside leg, we're always working the outside leg. You're just going to stretch it forward in external rotation. So your big toe is on the floor. So you can see my heel is going to be rotated forward as much as possible. Try to lift the ball of the foot because you want really just kind of the big toe on the floor. So I'm going to lift the ball of the foot and there's my toes just on the floor here. Okay, and then I bring the leg back. I also have the tendu out to second position to the side. Same thing. Point the toe out. You're just sliding the foot out to the side. Second position, often more challenging for people because it requires the legs to be in a much more externally rotated position. So often you'll get the foot looking like this, where the heel is slightly behind. So you want to really externally rotate that leg because you want to try to bring that heel forwards like that. So externally rotated. Often if people have poor external rotation, it's impossible and it does end up looking like this. In that instance, you'd bring the foot forward slightly, don't take it out to the side as much, and try to get as much external rotation as possible. What you don't want is to have the leg out here and the pelvis rotating. So think about those hip bones, the headlamps on each hip bone shining forward. So only take that leg out as far as you can keep that hip bone forward. You don't want it dragging the pelvis to one side. And you also have the tendu to the back or derrière. And again, stretching out that leg without pulling or dragging the hip. So keeping that hip bone forward. Watch the core as well because you don't want to be hanging out here with those ribs. So pull the ribs in, pull up that belly button and keep that leg as externally rotated as possible. If the external rotation is not very good, then instead of taking the leg directly behind, take it slightly out to the side on an angle. It would be easier. So really emphasizing pushing that foot forward. This is not a tendu with a lazy knee and on the ball of the foot. And I do see that quite a lot. So remember the word, it means to stretch. That's not a stretched foot. Try to lengthen the foot and really point the toes and pull up the kneecap so the leg is nice and straight as well. So everything's firm and not just kind of lazily hanging around. So really stretch the foot. Externally rotate the leg, pull up the kneecap and push that heel forward. That's your sort of technique for the Battement tendu.